Keep that in mind. There's nothing wrong with that. But just remember what you're doing. And so, if you accept that, then I can give you some ideas, right? Of course, BlockFi is one of them. But remember, I talked to them, right? And you know what they told me, right? Because I said, listen, okay, what's the risk here? Because you can't tell me there's no risk. Because you're giving me 8%, and that's you're not going to tell me there's no risk. They said, well, because we over leverage, right? Blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay. You know you're getting your money back, but what's the real risk, right? And I'm gonna tell you what the problem risk is. Tail risk. What is tail risk? Okay, in the event of a major catastrophic event such as the U.S. dollar collapsing overnight, right? Force majeure, some sort of force majeure. Will people be able to get their money back, right? And then they came back and said, no, that's right. If there's some sort of like event, massive event, people could lose their money. And that's what they told me, right? So remember, right now it's secure. You're going to get, as long as everything stays the same, you'll get paid that 8.9%. But as soon as something majorly changes, that's it. It doesn't work. Like, that's what happened to long-term capital management, right? Of course, they were dumb enough to not do their modeling beyond anything that happened before 1987's crash. Long-term capital management came up with a mathematical formula to create options that was making them a ton of money and making also banks a ton of money. And everybody was like interconnected with long-term capital management. Then, what happened was Russia defaulted in 1998, which collapsed long-term capital management and was going to take down the whole financial system, just like in 2008, right? And Greenspan came in and said, no, we'll give everybody their money, and they worked it out, and now that started what was called the Greenspan put. What that means is that all the market knew that, so if we're all about to go down,
he's going to cover more.
That means you're going to come bail us out. Oh, I get it now. And so they interconnected themselves so that if they collapse, right, one person collapses, right, they all collapse, so then the Federal Reserve comes to rescue. This is why
self-destruct.
Exactly. And so this is why the Bank of New York Mellon, right, which got caught red-handed stealing from pension plans, red-handed, absolutely clear as day. People should go to jail because it was just outright theft. Well, since they said, okay, well, we caught you. You need to stop. Well, we can't because that's a major part of our revenue. Okay? We need to put you in jail. Well, if we go to jail, then, we're going to collapse. Okay, I got an idea to get started. We'll just change the rules. It's called even. They didn't even get a slap on the hand. They changed the rules so that now they can rob your pension plan.
They're working together.
That's what happened, right? It was unbelievable. But they had to because the whole system would collapse.
So then I invest like $3,000 here and there in different levels, 11,000, 8,000. And then I stopped and I started know about you and like a year ago, and then I started giving more like trust to keep buying Bitcoin because by then I thought I lost all my money, but I didn't sell anything. I just let it go. So then I subscribed into your Pandora wallet. So I've been following you since then. started
thank you.
I started investing here and there in the spreadsheet that you put in there, and so I want to say thank you for that because
Yeah, the little linear strategy is a really good way to invest in crypto. All the different cryptos, right? It's, I wouldn't just, because a lot of people just, they buy and hold, thinking, yeah, it's gonna make me millions. And these alts, they go up and then they draw down like 80% or more, 90%. And so the little lady strategy gets you to, take profits along the way, and that's a key thing, right? People just don't know how to make profits.
Yeah, how to set up, like selling half and the double. I'm struggling how to do it.
Yeah, you just have systems in place to set it to sell at that time. Right? Either have like a notification when the price gets up there to that price, and then you go and sell it manually, or you have the system that sells it for you manually. Like Pandora's Wallet has a system already built in. I use it even today, to sell half of my software. Yeah, Pandora's Wallet. It's a small software that I use. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's his baby.
For that, you have to be on Coinigy, or you can do as well.
No, you don't have to be on Coinigy, right? For Pandora's Wallet, but you would need to know where to sell. So you need some sort of charting software to know where the double is, right? So that's all up to you. So that's why I use Coinigy, because I know where to sell, instead of just using charting.
Oh, you already have it set when it doubles to automatically sell. Oh, you do that.
Yes.
Oh,
The
wow.
limit for sale?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see this.
It makes sense to just sell half of a double, and that's it. Because and to really maximize your profit, if you separate your orders, it's a little bit more work. But if you separate each order as a separate double, so for example, if you buy ABA at so let's just say you buy this coin, ABC coin, right, at 20 cents. And then it goes up to 40 cents, right? And you sell half. And then it comes back down to 10 cents. You buy that, right? Your next order, sell order, it's at 80 cents. But you buy it again at 10 cents. So if you double, you should take the second order, the next order, and then sell half on 20, another half on 40, and the next one on 80. So if you have more, if you have separate like that, you will see a greater profit margin.
What are your thoughts on XRP?
You didn't read my tweet?
What was it?
Humanity is doomed.
Yeah.
Exactly. XRP is a banker coin. It's basically the Federal Reserve 2.0, right? And it has all hard rules. It's a federated system, right? Federated meaning that, okay, like the Federal Reserve is federated. There's 12 member banks, right? They all have to vote on whatever decisions that are going to be made. So that's why, they'll make sure that the rules stay the same. But they happen to vote all the same way every time they need to change the rules. Interesting. so it's federated, right? It's just a scam to say, yeah, we got these people who would vote and make sure that you got your best interest in mind.
Yeah. Good one.
But it does seem like the blockchain ecosystem is starting to rally up behind XRP, actually. That's what the sentiment I've been feeling online.
Yeah, because XRP has what's it called, a low unit value, so it's a unit balance, right? And on top of that, it's a faster because it is a centralized, more centralized system than anything out there. It doesn't have a blockchain per se, and it's all 100% consensus driven by a few by the few. Now, you can be part of the federated. They could add more people into the federated block, but they're gonna keep it. Just a tight-knit group, right? So that they can control what the rules are, right? And so. Nodes are basically, what they are is basically the points where you could connect to whenever you start up your full wallet software, or even a partial wallet. Sometimes they connect to nodes. I know, for example, Ethereum, right? Each of the Ethereum nodes, right? When you download a wallet on your phone, right, it actually connects to an Ethereum node. I run an Ethereum node. Basically, it keeps track of every single record that's ever occurred on the history of the blockchain. That's what a node does. So it's basically the record keeper. And nodes on Ethereum can be very heavy. It's the most heaviest I've seen so far, next to Bitcoin. Because if you want to run a full transactional node, that's 3 terabytes. 3 terabytes. Yes. Nobody does that. Nobody does a full node on because it's really difficult to manage if you shut it down. It's really difficult to start back up again. So most people use like partial nodes, and that's good enough, right? It's not the full. It's not the full transactional. What has actually occurred with each application is just basically what everybody has, right? And that's it, and it just truncates that. And then that is a lot smaller. That's about 700 gigabytes last time I checked. I think it's a little bit more now, but it was on a rapid linear scale. Probably have a terabyte now. Because last time I checked it was like 6 months ago. So yeah, a terabyte. And so basically, to run a node, right? It's pretty heavy. But with Anchor, I believe it's Anchor, they can allow you to spin up nodes really fast, and so that you could like do stuff like against your own. Yeah, you could just take it exactly on your own node, right? And you don't have to.
Good project.
Yes, it is. Because it also will help large companies get involved in crypto a lot faster because they're able to spin up nodes easier and not have to worry about managing that node. Somebody else can manage the node. It's a little bit expensive right now, but I'm sure the price will come down.